So like now on that day, one of those days, that week when we were there, there's a van I saw, a nice Mercedes van. So I was like, this van will look so much better than just a 3 that we paint over and things like that, you know. I was like, we need this. So I started looking for like a driver or something. Luckily, I'd met a guy called David Kingatua. So he's a guy who's in the events industry, and I've known him for a while. So I met him, then he told me he was doing an event there at KNT.
David was in Mosound?
Yes, David.
Yeah.
Yes, David.
Yeah.
So
Nyedo's husband.
Yeah?
Nyedo's husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he
this
tells
one.
he tells me, yeah, I know this guy is one of my suppliers. So he hooks me up with the guy, and that becomes the van that we use.
Nice.
And now, you know, part of this, what we were doing was we had to take that van to somewhere somewhere around Dagoretti Corner, to a garage there, so that they remove the seats. So the van has just the normal, you know, executive seats front facing. So we had to remove all the seats.
Then we it prison style.
Now you have to combine prison style and what's comfortable for shooting. Now we put seats like this. So you know that's removing the seats, that's welding, that's you know, a lot of stuff that when you're done you have to put it back. But for us, that vision of that van was too important. So that van was so much better than just using a normal M3.
A lot of the video is within the van is a huge role in that video.
Yes. So we continue signing up people. We do a recce of different locations. So one of the locations, the previous year, in I think November or December, we pictured the forest that we wanted to use. So my wife and I went to Roaland Camp. You know Roaland Camp? Roaland Camp is, you see, when you pass outside film studios and Mnet offices, that polo, then you go round, then you pass the ASK showground.
Yes. Then you keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. Then like to go back to Ngong Road.
Yeah. No, to go like you're going to join Kibira uko at the back.
Yeah.
There's on the right. There's a huge forest. So that's Roaland Camp for scouts. That's where scouts go camping.
I know it, and that place is scary.
It is scary. So we went there because we saw it. We saw that as a location.
Yeah.
So we went there, we checked it out, we talked to them, they gave us a figure for how much they would charge for shooting. And it was a huge figure. Again, things happen for a reason. As we're driving out, we meet Big Ted. Then Big Ted even asks me, where are you from on this side? So I tell him I'd gone to Roaland Camp to check out because I want to shoot something, nini, but those guys are expensive. Then he tells me, I'll send you a number of someone to talk to.
What?
He sent me a number. We paid 10 times less than we were supposed to pay.
Yeah. That's
so
crazy.
When you see Big Ted's name on the special thanks in the movie, there's a reason.
So you credit, you know everyone, eh?
Yeah. Everyone, kabisa. You know.
Whoa.
So we prepare, we have everyone, we are ready. So we are ready to start on a Monday. Preparing everything. Of course, some things happen and then you're like, we can't do this. Because you get a certain quotation, you look at it, you're like, no way. Let me tell you, for example.
So sometimes do you start changing the script because of?
No.
Okay.
That maybe would happen after.
Okay.
Or rather while in production.
Not
but not as in during shooting, but not necessarily a factor of price.
just better in the movie?
No, sometimes it's circumstances, and I'll explain to you one scenario. So like one of the things that happened was we got quotations for catering. Man, those quotations were crazy. So we're looking at them, and I think my upbringing, plus especially my wife's upbringing, we've been around to know costs of things and costs of doing some things. So there were some things we were looking at, we were like, no. So my wife just looked at the cost of catering. Then she said,
I'll cook.
Leave me with this. Let me tell you, do you know, especially the nights when we used to shoot, my wife would be on set with us there. Sometimes, of course, we used to sneak and go and sleep in the car just to catch a few hours of sleep, because during the day, while I'm going out to look for more money, she's going to Dagoretti market to buy nyama, then she goes sijui where, she buys food, then she goes home, she has like a multitude of women, they cook, then they do catering the next day. Every single day. My wife cooked.
How long did you shoot for, by the way?
We shot for 17 days. 17 days. I think we only broke 2 Sundays. 2 Sundays and a Thursday.
Wow.
She cooked every single day, and not one meal. We were doing minimum 2 meals.
And this thing, a lot of the shooting is at night.
Yeah, a lot of the shooting was at night. So, let me tell you the story of that week before. There's a guy I'd spoken to, and this guy had sold him the dream of this movie, and he was excited. He was excited to the point where I went to his office on a Friday, and he told me, on Tuesday, come to my house, I'll give you 5 million, Bob.
What?
Yes. Because he was interested in not just helping me, but he also wanted to see where this would go, so that he sees if it's something that he wants to invest in.
What?
Yes. So he told me, come for it. Cash, 5 million, Bob. He even told me that I need to ensure I come with a proper bag for that money.
Okay. Please tell me you got the tunes.
Wait.
Okay.
So, see, he told me I picked the money from him on Tuesday. So we've had a conversation on Friday. On Friday, I drive from his office. I go back to, now, at that time, we were operating from Enos's office. Was it Enos's office or Gabantu's office? At 209 State House Road.
Yeah.
We're operating from Gabantu's office. Gabantu gave us his office because it was closer for everyone.
Yeah. So
Gabantu gave us his office. So I went back to there, and I told my wife, I told Lucas, guys, 5 million Tuesday. Tuko sawa. So everyone said, si basi we postpone to next week. So we start the shoot next week after you get the money. So something told me, no. Start Monday the way you had planned. Guys were like, 1 more week, it won't make a difference. I'm like, no, guys, we start. And that was a good call, because on that Tuesday, I could not reach that person. By the time I got through to that person on that Friday, the next Friday, he told me, alipata deal ya kubai kandege. So he had to. You know, imagine someone has promised you tunes, then they tell you, I have to go and buy a plane. Like, you can't tell him not to. But you know the importance of that? And I always say, the reason why that happened for me, he gave me a reason to start. Because see, if I had gone with what people were suggesting,
you'd have
right
quit.
now would not have been talking about sahi historia sitie tungekuwa tulimaliza because hakuna 46, honestly.
Yeah.
So for me, the reason why he was brought to my life at that point was to make me start.
But okay, it's nice that you're seeing that in hindsight. But at the time, must you be so discouraged? Like, it's like Sarava telling me, we're going to give you an accommodation deal. You can come and shoot here, eat here, just give her. So I'm like, phew, that's an expense gone. Then the day I come here, they're like, oh, by the way, we've that dealer, we decided to renovate the place, so we can't be shooting
now.
That's so discouraging.
No, let me tell you. You see that example you've used? That can't compare, because I have now a smaller challenge that now fits in with the example you've given.
Okay, yeah.
So, see, we go on, and we are starting on Monday. Now, the previous, I think...
I'm trying to figure out, Fakii, wait. What made you... You know me, I know when you're promised chums, or when there's chums you're supposed to get. And there's nothing small. That 5M would have finished all your expenses. It's calm shooting. So what made you still do it?
I still had the kidogo money I had, so I believed that I would still... Because I had promises from 2 other people still.
Okay.
So I had a promise of 4 million from someone else, but we hadn't firmed it up. Then I had a promise of 2 million from someone else, but we also hadn't firmed it up. Okay. So I was like, let me get shots of the first 2-3 days of the shoot. I show them, kazi ishaanza inaendelea, I need you now.
So, executive producers have hard work. So people sometimes look at an executive producer like they have the chums. It's their job to facilitate the chums, to get it. Oh man. So, see, that was Friday when the guy told me about the chums. I think the previous day, Thursday, we had gone with the team to a location. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this location. So we had gone to a location, and it's like a small prison, like it's a government prison. So we had gone, we had talked to them, because we needed to start with prison scene for 2 days. So we had talked to them, and they had shown us their layout. They had taken us back inside the prison, like moved the prisoners so that we go and see, like, okay, you guys can use this prison cell, this prison cell, this prison cell, this corridor. Outside, this is what you can use. We had pangaed everything with the head of the prison. Yes. Pangaed everything plus his team. Agreed. So it's a government facility, but you can't, so you're not, there's no official fee. But of course there's chums, you say thank you to the guy. Yeah. The day of shoot, Monday morning, we show up. 2 or 3 canters, 4 vans, 5 or 6 private vehicles, and a multitude of people. We show up, ready to shoot, day 1. That guy is not there. His people have said, no, this thing can't happen because you guys are too many. If Matiangi gets wind of this, we'll all be fired because this is not supposed to happen. So the excuse was, we didn't know you guys would be this big. So day 1, here we are, ready to shoot. No location for the first 2 days. Yeah.